Welcome back to the world of English literature. Here we go with a new story in the chapter Lost Spring, written by Anis Jan. Children, this is a story about Mukesh. This is another child who belongs to a poor bangle making family in Firozabad. You have already learned the story of Sahib-e-Alam, who belongs to Simapuri in Delhi, who is also living in the same condition. Children, I take your attention towards the story of Mukesh, the second protagonist of the second story of the chapter Lost Spring. I want to drive a car, Lost Spring. Actually, I want to drive a car is the title for the second story of Mukesh. What is I want to drive a car? What is the meaning of I want to drive a car? Who is I in this title? I is Mukesh here. Who is Mukesh? A child, a boy, a young boy who belongs to Firozabad from a bangle making family. I want to drive a car. You know, most of the children living in slum areas are not free to do anything their own. They depend on somebody completely and they do all the works for their survival. I want to drive a car is meant for he wants to accomplish a dream in his life, that he wants to become a motor mechanic in his life. Therefore, he initially brings up the dream in his mind that he wants to drive a car. Dear children, I once again welcome all of you to the world of Mukesh in the story, The Bangle Makers. You know, bangle making industry is very famous in Firozabad. But the problem is, bangle making families are very poor there. The condition, the lifestyle, everything is very poor and pathetic. Even if they are making the beautiful ornaments for the women all over India, the life of these children, both women and men, are facing lots of problem in Firozabad. Of course, Mukesh, or in the story of Mukesh, we are going to learn about those problems, those issues, and their dreams they have in their mind, which are unable to accomplish. Lost Spring, stories of childhood. I want to drive a car. Let's begin the story of Mukesh. The author visited Firozabad. Like in the last story, here also author is visiting Firozabad. In the last story, we know that author Anis Jan is visiting Simapuri and she used to watch, witness Sahib-e-Alam and his friends finding something in the garbage dumps. Here author is visiting another place, Firozabad. Firozabad is famous for its bangle making industry. Almost every other family in Firozabad is engaged in making glass bangles for women all over India. You know that they are engaged in a very good profession, but the problem is they are very poor. The condition, the lifestyle, everything is not good. This is extremely different from us. Almost every other family in Firozabad is engaged in bangle making is equal to every family in Firozabad, especially who are engaged in bangle making family, are facing lots of problems. Especially they are facing lots of issues in accomplishing their daily needs. Glass bangles are a symbol of women's marital status. Marital means married status. You know, in India, we used to have different types of ornaments worn in different times, especially the girls. The girls who are wearing bangles are ready to go for marriage. That's a symbol of marriage. Bangles are symbols of marriage. You know that. I just don't want to explain that. But in different places, that is different. And as far as my knowledge is concerned, bangles are one of the important ornaments among the women in India, all over India. Mukesh's family was engaged in making bangles. Mukesh took the author to his house. So when Mukesh met author Anis Jan, He was very happy to see her and inviting her to his house. They went through stinging lanes. Stinging means very bad, ugly roads. The roads towards the houses were very bad. Chopped with garbage, blocked with garbage everywhere. Waste materials were thrown. Families of bangle makers lived there. Their houses had crumbling walls. Crumbling means diminishing walls, the walls which are about to fall, and wobbly doors. Wobbly doors means the doors which doesn't have, the houses doesn't have proper doors. The wobbly doors is meant for the damaged doors, or in other words, unsteady, unsafe doors. Most of the houses in Firozabad, especially the houses of bangle making families, are built half. They are not safe. 99% of the houses have no doors and windows. There's no safety for both women and children. And this is what is pictured in this slide. They entered Mukesh's house, which was like any other house in the lane. A frail young woman was cooking meals on a firewood stove. Listen here. Now we are going to witness different characters in Mukesh's family here. First, we are going to learn about Mukesh's elder brother's wife. And she greeted the other with the smile. She was the wife of Mukesh's elder brother. She was respected as the daughter-in-law of the family. So here we are going to, we just learned, or we come across first character, the first figure of Mukesh's family, that is none other than Mukesh's elder brother's wife. Now, Mukesh's father also came in. Now after that, the second character comes in. Who is that? Mukesh's father. The daughter-in-law covered her face with a veil as custom demanded. You know that in many families there is a custom. After a girl is married, she will not disclose, or she will not show her face before strangers. They will cover the face with a piece of cloth which is called veil here. This is what. When father of Mukesh came there, she covered her face. It was a custom. Mukesh's father was old and weak. He is an old person. He had lost his eyesight with the dust from polishing glass bangles. He had worked hard all his life, but he could not afford to send his two sons to school. He could only teach them the art of making bangles. He had built the house, but could not repair it. So this is one of the other pathetic conditions of the people, especially the elders living in Firozabad. They are doing hard works. They work hard. They spend the entire life for their life. Making bangles, but they earn nothing. Even they are not able to earn money for their livelihood properly. He could only teach them the art of making bangles. This poor unfortunate father could only teach the children how to make bangles. He had built the house but could not repair it. Children, here comes another character, Mukesh's grandmother. So this is the third character, Mukesh's grandmother. Expressed her belief in destiny. She believed in destiny. Destiny means fate. Destiny means fate here. And what is fate? Future, fortune. She said that it was the karma, deeds, that they were born into the bangle maker's caste. It was the destiny to suffer. So what the elders believed in Firozabad, not only in Firozabad, everywhere in India, the elders' words are respected and accepted by others. Here the grandmother believes that their poverty is not because of anything, it's because of deeds, karma. And they are born into the bangle makers caste, and it was the destiny to suffer. But no man could change. That was already decided. So something that is decided will not be changed. That is called fate. Fate will not be changed. That is written already in us. That will only happen. In fact, her belief was shared by all the people of Firozabad. That means all people in Firozabad accepted that their life is only because of the fate, future. Their destiny. Another woman told the other that despite hard work, they had never had a full meal in their whole life. See, they are working hard. This is what I have been talking about. They are working hard, but still they fail to accomplish the basic need, which is the foremost basic need, that they never had a full meal in their whole life. The author could see bangles everywhere. Bangles are looking attractive, but the life of these people are not. She saw boys and girls welding pieces of colored glass. See, what are the children engaged in this bangle making industry? They are engaged in bangle making. They are helping their parents. They are engaged in their parental profession. Their eyes would get used to the darkness, and they often lost their eyesight before they were adults. Listen here. Mukesh's father, he's a blind because of his hard work before the high temperature, before the furnaces. And of course, what will be the future of these children? No doubt their eyesight also will be lost. That means they also will become blind in the future, or their life is in darkness. At home, families worked hard all day in front of furnaces with high temperatures. This led to many children becoming blind before they reached adulthood. This is what I am talking about. This is the fate of every children in Firozabad, that they are having different dreams in their mind to accomplish, but they are unfortunate to fulfill those because of their fortune, or because of the destiny, according to grandmother. Generation after generation, families of bangle makers have been engaged in making bangles. They live in poverty, they work hard and die in poverty. Nothing has changed with the passage of time. They find themselves in the clutches of middlemen and moneylenders. If the youth try to organize themselves, they realize that the police and the administration will not help them. Listen, this is a very important thing to be noticed, that they find themselves in the clutches of moneylenders, more middlemen. What's the meaning of this? Who are the middlemen? The people who are exploiting these children, or these people, they are middlemen here. They earn a lot, and they never allow these poor people to do anything other than that, and also go out of the slums to do different works. And what will happen if they organize together? If youth try to organize themselves, they realize that what the police and the administration will not help them. If they try to get out of the vicious circle, they are in trouble. What do you mean by vicious circle here? Vicious circle is meant for brutal, dangerous circle, because they are living in such a very pathetic condition, dangerous condition, and they are not allowed to go out of it. If they try to get out of the vicious circle, they are in trouble. The police beat them and put them in jail. Listen, that this is the condition in Firozabad. It's not easy for a bangle maker to do something different. The stigma of his caste always goes with him. Stigma. What's the meaning of stigma? The disgrace of his caste always goes with him. But Mukesh wants to be a motor mechanic. So above all, the character, the chief character, the protagonist of this story needs to be a motor mechanic. That is his dream. He wants to learn this work at a garage far away from home. Actually, the author is very happy to know that Mukesh wants to become a motor mechanic at least. He has some dreams. Of course, people like Anis Jain could do a lot, especially to these types of people. He wants to learn this work at a garage. Garage means actually a motor mechanic shop was settled, or was there far away from his house, and he wants to be his own master. Actually, he wants to be his own master. This is what the heart of this story. Mukesh wants to be his own master. What's the meaning of it? Even if we people are working hard, so we people means we are teachers. You are going to become something in the future, okay? And of course, you will be getting high salary, high income under somebody. Under somebody means you are to obey the rules and laws of those people. That means you are not free there. Here Mukesh wants to become free, and therefore he is thinking that he wants to be his own master, means he wants to be independent and he has to start a work of his own. This is what he likes here. This is a good dream actually, everybody needs to have. In the story, the author brings out, actually that is what the story of Mukesh. Now the complete essence of both the stories are seen on this slide or in this slide. In the stories of these two boys, I mean Saheb Alam and Mukesh, what we are going to see, what we see or what we have learned, the author brings out the depravity. Depravity is meant for corruption, okay, of child labor. Child labor is also one of the topics in this chapter. The poor children are totally exploited by the middlemen, police, and the other rich man or rich personalities in the rich world. And exploitation also is one of the reasons, and child labor is mainly focused here. Child labor is an important topic that we need to talk about. Childhood is considered spring of human life. You know that childhood is always considered spring of human life. Already we have discussed about that. What is spring? Spring is a season of richness. Spring is the season of fruits and flowers where we are finding joy, pleasure, everything. But these children are not enjoying any of these. They are away from. They have lost this spring, or they have lost the different aspects of this rich world, the joy, pleasure and play. And that's the reason why they have lost the spring. And the title of the story is titled or given us the lost spring, the stolen child. But ironically, millions of children like Saheb and Mukesh have lost the spring, that is childhood, by getting engaged in making a living. Definitely these children have dreams, they have ambitions, aims, but unfortunately they have even if they have different dreams in mind, they are unfortunate to accomplish those because they are engaged in making a living. Dear students, this is the complete summary of both the stories of the chapter, the lost spring. Dear children, hereby I would like to conclude this chapter. I hope you are well aware of the different incidents took place or happened in both the stories. And hereby I am your English teacher signing out from this episode till we meet in the next session of next chapter. Take care. Have a wonderful day.